Welcome to the Formula One live sim racing channel here on Twitch and YouTube. I am just getting going here with some live streaming for the first time. And so bear with me as I get all my equipment going and I get things rocking and rolling. Learning how to get the docs open here in OBS and get the chat so that I can interact with people as I'm racing, which is become quite a feat. My sons told me that most people don't chat on the racing. They don't commentate or speak like a live stream. They just show themselves racing. So what I'm doing is something a little bit different. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm gonna do the research and find out. But I do know that trying to do F1 racing while watching to see if people are commenting and talking is really hard. The only opportunity I have to take my eyes off the screen and full focus is when I'm like on a straightaway, which there's not very many of. So I'm trying to share as much as I can also about the game. It's a very difficult game. It's not really a game so much as it is a simulation. You putting yourself in the shoes of a driver or in the shoes of a team principal who is making all the decisions, and you can also drive for yourself. So that's what I'm doing. And so you'll see here I've got single player career. My team name is Warrior. That's something that is special and near and dear to me is the warrior mentality. So, um, if you've never had the chance to read Don Juan de Cervantes, um, I would go check it out. It is interesting, the warrior quotes, and it's something I've always used since I was a young man to get me through certain things. So, anywho, I love being a warrior, and I thought it was a cool name. You know, you got Ferrari; it's just the name Warrior. So there you go. I might call it Scuderia Warrior, but I was like, nah, Warrior is good, simple. So right now, I'm on my third race. This is Australian Grand Prix. Probably not one of my favorite racetracks, but that's okay. So we'll go ahead and dive in. Um, put these chats up real quick while this is loading. Give me a second here. All right. So that's my car in the background. I'm gonna go through some things here that might be a little bit boring to some, but to those who are gonna want to watch to learn how to beat this game, maybe you bought it and tried it and you failed. It, you didn't have fun at it because you couldn't even get the car to go. You know, I mean, you just in first gear, not having good throttle control, you could just spin the car out all over the track and crash it. And it's not a typical game like Need for Speed or something where you can just push R2 all the way down and just go. And you have ultimate traction, they just make it unrealistic. This is to be as close to an F1 experience as you can outside of iRacing, supposedly, and being in an actual simulator that the F1 teams create or in a car. So we're probably like 4 levels removed from the ultimate level of difficulty, if you will. It's definitely not a game, definitely a simulator. I want to stress that. It's very intense. You have to study. You have to understand. When I first got on here, I didn't know what ERS was, DRS was, all these nomenclature, and I'm like, what the heck are they talking about? You know what I mean? Now I understand it, and I've not mastered the game, but I've mastered facets of the game, and I'm getting better at it as I go along. So I'm only on my second season. This here is my team season. I also was a driver only on a Ferrari season that I won championship of, and then I'm in like 13 races in the second season. But this season right here is season one for me. I'm on round three, Australian Grand Prix at Albert Park Circuit. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the race weekend. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is go into my workstation and just go one tab at a time and check things out before I move along. I don't like to miss details, so here's my performance. I got 1,578 resource points, and I want to do another research real quick here. Okay, upgrades were completed. I think I had some failed upgrades. Side pod profile, overwheel winglets failed. So we're gonna go back into those, figure out why did they fail. Huh, that's disappointing. We'll do the same on the overwheel winglets, and we'll get those back into the rotation here. See if we had any other failures in any of our sectors. Yep, stators. Wow, lots of parts failed. That sucks. Okay. So what I'm doing here is just going through all of the four departments: durability, powertrain, chassis, and aerodynamics, and doing the research and development on each one of the categories there. So under aerodynamics, you got drag reduction, DRS, front downforce, and rear downforce. Okay. On the chassis, you have your brakes, you have weight distribution, weight reduction, and tire wear. In your powertrain, you've got your energy recovery system, your fuel efficiency, and then your supplier upgrades. And in durability, you've got electrical systems, energy store, gearbox, internal combustion engine, MGUH, MGUK, turbo, and supplier upgrades. So each one of those lines have upgrades that you can research and things you can develop on the car, and they all cost money and resources. So that's what I focus on, is just trying to get my car up in front of the pack as far as performance goes. So, which we're gonna go practice right now and earn some more resource points. So unfortunately, I was saving up. If you followed me last time, I was saving up to work on my ERS because it's pretty weak and it's not recharging quickly enough. But those parts are pretty expensive, so I didn't know those other parts were gonna fail. So because they failed, I had to go spend my cash, my resource points, anyways, on upgrading again. So anywho, I'm checking out my vehicle, making sure all my parts are up to snuff. I'm not gonna have any breakdowns, and I think we are good to go. Let's read my messages real quick. Morning, everyone. Attached the preview for this weekend's Grand Prix. If you have any questions, come see me. Okay. Development updates. As you know, we've had some other. Yeah, I already went through all that. And then weather forecast. Looks like we could have a rainy race potentially. That would suck, but let's see what's going to happen. Go to the next session. Wait, I'm supposed to do something. Oh, yeah. I'm going to go to my settings and go to my simulation. And I'm going to take my AI difficulty from 50 to 59 just because they are way too easy to beat right now. So I'm going to leave it at the very high end of medium before I break into hard. But I was at 50. Now I'm going to take it up to 59. I'm also going to take my flashback limits down to medium, leave everything else the same, which is all really hard. So I just increased the difficulty for myself. And just to show you how I'm racing, I've got all the assists off except for the 2D corner only dynamic racing line on the tracks I'm really not super comfortable with. It just gives me a little bit of help. You'll find I don't really take that line very often. I have my own line. I just use it as a tool to learn the track, and then eventually I'm going to take all those off. So, anyways, everything else I think was good. My on-screen display, I wanted to put back. No, it wasn't there. It was a camera. Do I not have camera? Huh. I'm trying to put back the halo. Um, I don't know where I'm supposed to go do it. It was camera settings, I thought. Okay, whatever. Let me go to my session and see what we can make happen. I'll go to the track. Some reason they took the halo away on this car, and I want to put the post back in the middle there so that it's blinding me of that spot, because that's how I drive my Ferrari, and I got used to it, and that's what the real F1 drivers have to deal with. You know, there's something right there in the middle of their field of vision, and they have to kind of look around it. So, um, I very much like that. Now this car doesn't have it. It's been bothering me. Okay, so we'll go to session info, and you can see the race strategy programs. Um, these practice programs are. Oh, my sound not coming through for the game. Hey, what's going on, Bush 1G? Thanks for joining me, buddy. I'm about to start practice here in just a second. I'm just trying to get the sound going for the cam link here. I'm gonna deactivate this real quick and activate it again. Maybe that'll help. No? Huh. Confused. Give me 1 second here. I'm just trying to figure out why it's not playing the sound. You know what? I'm just gonna unplug it. Unplugged it and plugged it back in. There we go. Now it's working. Okay. That was weird. Now you can hear the race in the background. Let me turn it down. Okay. Back to the action. So here we have the telemetry, which we're not ready to look at those graphs yet because we haven't raced. I'm going to look at my tire compounds. I'm going to start off on hards always. I like to disadvantage myself first, and so I'm going to go take some laps around the course, around the track, and kind of get myself acclimated. The car setup, let me go work on that real quick. We're going to reduce our fuel load to 8 laps because I'm not going to run that many laps. They've given me a bunch of aero, so I'm probably going to up it a little bit, go to like 22-30. I'm going to drop my differential on throttle down to 70, leave the off throttle on 60. Suspension geometry, I'm going to increase the front camber and the rear camber, and I'm going to decrease the front toe and the rear toe. Suspension, I'm going to soften up in the front a little bit and harden up in the rear. Same thing with the anti-roll bar in the rear. I'm going to increase my ride height as well so that I don't get clipped on curbs and mess up my side pods or my underbody. I'm going to drop my brake bias down, and then on my tires, I'm going to drop the pressure down just a little bit on the front and up a little bit on the rear, give myself a little bit more of a rake, get those front tires. When they have less pressure, there's more surface area touching the pavement, and so they're going to be a little bit more sticky. So let's see how that works out. We can always come back and change it, and let's go to the track.
laps under our belt.
Pit limiter is off. And I'm just going to take this really easy. My outlap is going to be a little dangerous with these hard tires. They got skin on them, and they're really slick right now. So I'm super cautious with them on the outlap until I get them up to temperature and I break some of that skin off of them. Then I really like the hards. I'm starting to prefer driving on hards than any other tire compound, which is odd. I mean, obviously I love I call them stickies, but the softs. Got to be particularly careful on the curbs with these hards. You can go over the curbs. Ooh, went a little wide there. Oh! Flashback one. Talking, and this is the problem with me talking. It seems like it wouldn't be, but requires all four limbs to be doing something. Ah. All right, let's give it a go here and see if we can throw a hot lap down. So you can go over the curbs with these hards, but you just don't want to have your rear tire applying a massive amount of torque when you do that, because what will end up happening is it'll just spin out and you'll just lose control of the car. I mean, there's nothing you can do to stop it at that point. So I'm just practicing my DRS deployment here as I do this. And I'm also starting to review my gear selection. I remember most of them on the tracks now, but I've only ever raced them, one time, two times maybe. Half the tracks I've raced them two times now, so this will only be, I guess, my third time racing the track at all, which with multiple practices and quali, you can definitely, acclimate to the track. But after you go through so many others with so many turns and so many peculiarities, you got to dial yourself back into this track again, How well you memorize the tracks is definitely an indicator of how well you'll race that track. If everything becomes muscle memory, you don't really have to spend so much time concentrating on certain things. You just know already what you need to be doing. So I tried to downshift to sixth on that turn that time instead of fifth, and that seemed to gain me some time. So I'm trying to get into third on that turn, but it's just not working. That was going to be my fastest lap, and I just burned it. Going off into the gravel pit like that. Okay, one more lap, and that's all the use we're going to put on these hards. I want to conserve my tires as much as I can. Man, in season one, even with the traction control and ABS on, I couldn't seem to get traction on the car and recover from when I would lose traction. And now I have no controls on, and I'm getting to the point where I can finally respond, and I'm understanding what to do very naturally, like I do in a real car on the sim here. Ooh, in wide hardcore. Woo! See, like that right there used to have been a complete nasty spin out, but we're turning my car around. That was something that I really. Oh! This is what I get for talking while I'm racing. This is such a bad idea for my season, but it's okay. Yo, CMP, what's up, man? Glad to see you back here, buddy. Oh, so we're having a lot of fun here. I got to get out of the way fast. There's a car coming. There he is. Okay. So much for not burning up my tires. That was fun. So I'm definitely going to have to come down into second gear there. Fourth on that turn. All the way down to first on this one. Make the apex second. Oh. Whew. Did I burn my tires up? No, we're good. So let me just go and look behind me, make sure there's no one back there. And I'm going to hit the pits. Get out of these shoes. That's something you have to practice as well, unless you're going to let the computer take control, is coming into the pit lane. You've got to get your pit limiter on and drop your speed, but you want to do that in a controlled manner so that essentially you're carrying speed all the way to the line, and then right before you pass the line, you downshift quickly without locking up your tires. Although at that point, it really doesn't matter because you're fixing to get new tires put on, so if you do lock them up, it is what it is. You just don't want to pass the line speeding because you'll get a penalty. So, I like to drop down by the time I'm in about third. I'll go ahead and put the pit limiter on because I've fully let off the throttle. And then the second I cross the line, it just goes right back up to as fast as I can go with the pit limiter on. And then in racing, the second you get into the you gotta cut off, and the second you get into position and they get your shoes on you, you gotta be holding the clutch and the accelerator ready to rock again. So the second they pull it out, you're gone, and it's fun. That was very hard to learn as well. Deploying ERS, deploying DRS, doing pit stops, pit limiter button, downshifting, upshifting, braking, trail braking, accelerating, feathering it in. All learning that at the same time when I started was like, dang. This was hard stuff. I'm not gonna lie. So now I'm definitely a lot more fluid because I've memorized where all the buttons are. I don't have to look at anything. I know exactly where my pit limiter is, and that took me going into the settings and changing all the buttons, which you can see on a real, F1 steering wheel there in front of you on the screen. There's a lot of buttons on there that do a lot of stuff. So I'm still gonna upgrade this to a Fanatic setup with it's obviously a powered unit, and they have a much more force feedback on those, and you can swap out the steering wheels for all kinds of different setups for GT cars to F1 cars. So I'm going to get an F1 setup and really build out my sim here, and I'm going to upgrade also to a simulator with hydraulics that moves pretty soon. But as of right now, this is a sweet setup. It's definitely been doing the job, and I feel like I'm in a car. I've got an 80-inch TV in front of me, high def, and I'm sitting where my steering wheel is like just a couple inches lower than the steering wheel on the screen. And when it turns, I'm turning. So I've got myself immersed really well. I'm leaned back F1 style, and it's fun, man. So anyway, enough talking. Let's go do a race strategy, or let's do the track acclimatization actually, because that's going to use my hards, and I've already started wearing on them. Let me go run this practice program. I'm going to drive out.
Okay, guys, everyone be aware the car's ready to go.
Because when I allow them to do the flying lap, they wear the tires more than I do. And I'm very conscious of my tire usage now. At first, I didn't care. I just tear it up. Now I'm realizing it's a big part of the game. So you'll see the two little purple lights come on my steering wheel whenever I hit a DRS zone. I can employ the drag reduction system, which is a button on my steering wheel. So one purple light will come on, which will show that I'm in a zone that I can deploy it, and then I've got to hit it. So you guys can watch how quickly, when I pass that zone, my my finger goes to that DRS button. It turns purple one dot and it goes purple two dots really quickly. Typically, if I'm not in the middle of a dogfight with somebody or something. And on every track, you have to practice over and over again until you're memorized. Ah, man, that turn is kicking my butt. Wow. I'm going to focus on this real quick. Give me a second here. The other thing to look for is the ERS, the energy recovery system, which is going to essentially.
Okay, DRS zone coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
The ERS is when you'll see the overtake there in yellow in the middle of my steering wheel. It'll turn green. Oh, shit. I run a different line than what they're providing, so you kind of got to pay attention right now to try and hit these little blue boxes. So see, I'm turned ERS on. It's going to give me extra speed, just like the DRS is. I like to employ them together sometimes too, unless the track has zones where there's straightaways that I can use the ERS when they don't have DRS. So I'll use them in conjunction with each other unless I just am not able to. Oh, went wide. All right, that was a horrible lap. All right, I've tested my limits. No talking for a lap. Let me just show you what I can do here.
That's looking good. Now let's try for purple. You get a bonus for consistency if you can chain good corners together.
You'll see what I mean there with the DRS. Watch it. You'll watch my delta go green and just shave time off. Ah! Really struggling with that turn. Whoa! Holy shamolians. That's what I mean. That's what happens when you come off of a curb on the hards and you're going too fast. That was a mistake right there. That was my fault completely. So all I did there to correct that was just wait a second, split second longer to accelerate fully. Just waiting until I was off of that curb before I laid the throttle into it fully, and that's it. I mean, oh, locked them up. Oh man, it was gonna be a perfect one. So I'm gonna just run in on these hards. I messed up that back end multiple times. I'm struggling on this track. If you've watched me on the last two races, you saw I have dominance on those two tracks. Those are two of my better tracks that I play on. This racetrack here is, I end up getting good at it by the time I'm about halfway through the race. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, this AI is so savage. And that was my fault. I was in the middle of the road just diddly daddling talking to you guys. Trying to conserve my tires here, so let me get out of the way. Thought I was staying off the racing line pretty well, but obviously not. My radio won't come on. That's weird. Oh, what is happening here? Stop, Elijah. Oh, I'm sorry. Brain just utterly distracted. Holy shamolians. This is savage. I got to get my brain to wake up. Just crashed mentally. Okay. So that was 6 laps on those hards, and I did okay on the practice program. I probably got like a 3 out of 5 marks, maybe 4 out of 5 if I'm lucky. I need to really go do it again. Probably used up my hards to where I might have a difficult time completing that program, but oh, and just damaged the hell out of my car. Perfect. That was amateur hour, man. In real life, you can't do that. You got to go to the track with your
Car
brain
repairs
on.
have set us back a little.
So, oh, 2 out of 5. Oh, I know I activated all the DRS zones, or I thought I did. Hmm. Beat the average speed trap speed. I thought I did that too. Okay. Maybe my flashbacks messed it up or something. I don't know what happened there, but let's fast forward in time here, and we're gonna go do a different practice program. I'm gonna do this race strategy. All right, race strategy on some mediums. Let's see how I do. Drive out.
Okay, engines fired up, we're set.
That dinner is hitting me. That pasta. Man, almost became nappy time for a second there. I'm liking these mediums a lot more so far. Whoa. Jeez. Oh, man. I am so acclimated to my Ferrari. It's hard to do it with this new car. I'm not making excuses, but just the different animal altogether. I can just downshift. I have to use a lot more braking force in this car. My downshifts aren't as valuable. My aero is different. jeez, I did it again. Okay, we're gonna go back. So I cranked up the difficulty, and as you can see in my other at what was it, 50, I was smashing them on practice and qualifying. Eventually, right now I'm in 10th, but then again I'm having a problem with the first turn and that like third to last turn. So just got to slow down a little bit. Sometimes trying to go too fast is the problem in this game. You just got to like relax and let off the accelerator, coast into your turns, brake as little as possible, trail brake out of it. Oh. So, here we go. Full mental power.
Great lap. You nailed exactly what we asked for. Keep it up.
Man, really struggling here with this one.
Super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
All right, picked up some time that this lap. Yes,
So,
baby.
exactly what we asked for. Keep it up.
Ah! Woo! That was a good lap right there. Now you see, I didn't say a word. I focused 100% on the track, my gear selection, throttle, my brakes. Just my brain is going in all these different directions. It's hard to talk and nail a lap like that where you're just driving on the edge. Just accelerating at the wrong split second while my tire's on the curb, and that lap is over just like that. As you've seen, I've demonstrated well for you. uh, okay. Oh, come on,
All
bro.
right, engine off, engine off.
Perfect example again. See, I'm not really wiping out. I'm just trying to show you guys what not to do. That's all. That's all.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some
That one was definitely not
excellent data with that run, so
the best
come on back
example.
to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Okay, let's see how we did on our race strategy. All right, that's what I'm talking about. 5 for 5. It was that one lap. I probably killed all of it in that one. Um, that was good. You going to bed, sweetie pie? Where are you going? Do we have any ice cream left? All right, let's go to our. That was my wife. Apparently, she's gonna go take a bath, and there's no more ice cream left. Tragedy. We're gonna solve that problem. I'm gonna go get in the car and drive up and go get some ice cream here when I'm done, because I want some ice cream.
All clear the garage, please. Car's ready to leave.
All right, ERS management time. This is how well we deploy our ERS. There's an advantage to ERS is making our car go faster, but we got to make sure that we deploy it properly so we don't kill it. We allow it to recharge, which it recharges from braking and deceleration, coasting. See if I maintain that fast lap. I did it on some mediums, and Verstappen's in on what looks like to be softs right now. So Okay. I'm going to return to the garage because these tires are done for me. I am not getting anything out of them. Oh, 9 minute repair time. So this practice is over. I'm not going to get the underbody damage fixed. And that was from running over that high curb.
To spend time repairing
So
the damage
let's
to
just
the
go
car.
ahead and fast forward this thing. So these are 1 hour long practices. I probably spent about 35, 40 minutes so far on this one, I would imagine. I don't know, because I fast forwarded through some at the beginning and now some here. So, because my time remaining was less than my repair time, and just nothing I can do. Hey! Whoa! Oh my gosh.
What an incredible practice session that was.
Yes. Yes, Elijah. Good job, buddy. Hell yeah. That is epic. So, you look at that. That's a .094. That is so close. I can't even blink that fast. Like, and I did it on mediums, and look at all my competitors. So, I think we're right on the line here of where the difficulty level should be, at least on this track. I have it at 59 and all assist off, like I showed you. On mediums, I was able to take the fastest lap there on that practice session. So, whew, let's go move on to practice 2. Okay, we'll go back into our workstation. And we're just going to go on to the next session. Go to track. I'm going to see. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at our tire A location. So essentially, I've got 4 pairs of softs, and I've already killed that practice program. I need 3 out of 5 here. I need to score 445 points or over. I need to beat the average speed trap speed and activate DRS in all zones in practice. So pretty sure I can do that on maybe 1 or 2 laps out of that program. And then I thought I had optimal energy use on that first lap, but clearly not. I need to stay within 2 meters of the racing line, optimal energy use, and moderate energy use. So let's see what we can do with this track acclimatization first. And I don't have any choice but to go on softs. That's all I've got. So here we go.
Don't push the car just yet. Track is still green. Try to take it easy for the first couple of laps.
Ugh. Sorry, you guys. I can't stop yawning. Oh, let me see if I can get the halo back on. I forgot about that. See, race style locked during session. I want it unlocked. No. Race style locked during session. How do I want it to be on? Where do I change it at? Ugh. Okay. Whatever. All right, here we go. Off to the races, boys.
Okay, so we're slow through the following corners. Turn 11, turn 15, turn 16.
Ah, Mm. Shoot, I am sucking right now. Looks like we might be able to piece together a lot, but ah, come on, give it to me.
Good work. You seem to have a solid handle on the lap. Let's try and perfect each turn. Remember that chaining good corners together will give you a consistent surface.
That was the one, baby. That was the one. Give it to me.
Great stuff.
Yes!
Pretty much nailed this circuit. This is a really strong foundation to build from over the course of the weekend.
Ah, that was almost a perfect lap right there. I was actually beating my time. That was fun. I'll take it.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. You got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
That was beautiful. Oh, that was hard, actually. Oh, and after a little while, man, I tell you what, your forearms and your biceps just start to cramp up on you. Just so much clicky, clicky, turny, turny. Anyway, that was good. I liked that. Yes. Okay. So we nailed our race strategy. We nailed our track acclimatization strategy. And as you can see, I get 150 points. If I scored 325 or over, I get 75 points. If I scored 445 or over, that's why I go after every single one of these on every one of these practice programs. That's where I get all my resource points. You can see I have 450 out of 675. So we're going to go over here and put on another set of softs. Let's see if those other ones are still. Oh, they're not even going to let me select them. Okay. ERS management. Here we come.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
Okay. tore that up. That little program. I'm pretty sure I just beat it. Those softs made all the difference in the world. I tell you what. Whew. Okay, let's toggle our telemetry and see. Pretty good. Okay. I can dig it. All right. And that's what I'm talking about, boys. Check that out. Race strategy, track acclimatization, ERS management, check, 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 all the way across the board. And so I'm now pretty much done with my practice programs. I don't feel I've dialed myself in 100% on the amount of practice I could get to master this track for my qualifying, but I'm gonna go ahead and go to the time board, and right now I'm 1.4 seconds ahead of everybody. Um, on that one hot lap I had, I killed them in every sector by a good bit, half a second, 3/4. Oh, it was 3/10 right there. That'd be 8. Yeah, two and a half, 3/300ths of a second on sector 2 from Carlos. So I laid down 5 laps. Let's fast forward time a little bit and see if anyone throws up some really good numbers. Let's see if our old buddy Jensen Button here, teammate, is gonna show up for us. I'd like to see him in P2. And Max is. I don't understand what's going on there. There's Jensen. Come on, buddy. Yeah. Only 1 second behind me. So going from level 50 difficulty to level 59, they're catching up pretty good here. And what I'm looking to do is just see if anyone's going to take my P1 and practice away or not. I want that acclaim and resources. So I'll drop down to about 10 minutes time remaining. And there's Jensen. Come on, buddy. Yeah. We'll go all the way down to 5 minutes now. Okay. I'm going to stop the fast forwarding and kind of take a look at the board again here. So Mick Schumacher in 9th. That's unrealistic. Carlos for sure. Where's Max at? Wow. He's just having issues with tires. Can't get on softs, so he's stuck on mediums because of his tire strategy. That's the reason he's not catching up. That makes sense, actually. So let's fast forward again. See if Jensen can hold on to his lead there from Sergio and Lewis Hamilton. Come on. Just pray no one came across the line.
The session is drawn to a close.
Yes! All right. Woo! Good job, Jensen.
Is anything to go by. We're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula One.
All right. So now I can go ahead and fast forward through this whole one as well. Just throw down a hot lap. I don't need to do any practice programs. As long as I feel comfortable and it's good, then we're going to do that. Go to our workstation, go to next session. And again, we can do quick practice, but the problem there is they're not going to get the results for me that I'm going to get. I probably am not going to get P1 in practice. I don't need the practice programs done right now, so I don't want to earn development points and resource points without having to drive the practice program myself. Why would I want to do that? Like, I'm trying to get better as a driver, so I want to drive it myself, and I want to practice, and I want to put myself in the mind of an F1 driver and essentially run this game like if I was a real life F1 driver. Don't cheat and make it easier on myself. I mean, if it's easy and you win, is it even fun? I mean, not really. After a little while, it kind of gets boring. So, I mean, those last two races, I dominated them too much, so I cranked up the difficulty and I took away some flashbacks, and I'm just gonna keep on making things more hard on myself every time I get better until I've just mastered this game. I'm talking about I want to be able to play it in legend status and like destroy Ayrton Senna, Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton all together on the track, and clearly that doesn't translate necessarily to real life achievement on a racetrack, but it's definitely a good foundation. And I'm about to do some karting and racing, as I've talked about before in other episodes. So that's not too far away. That's within the next 8 months, 6 months, something along those lines. So, anywho, let's go to the track. Ugh, excuse me. It's only 10:17. Been going at this for an hour and 17 minutes, and I'm on practice 3. So session info. We are pretty much just gonna try for a hot lap. I've got 2 sets of soft left, more than enough, and let's go see what happens.
There'll be a lack of rubber out on track, so take it easy for the first couple of laps.
Here we go. See if I can do this in one lap. Oh, just clipped that curb a little bit on the exit of that last turn. I'm gonna give that another go. That was sucky. I was feeling really confident. That was a pretty decent lap right there, I think. I think we did it. Yeah. Come on, let's see. Okay. Definitely in first. 120.7. I can't remember what it was last time, but it's saying session theoretical best is 120.704. I'm at 120.706. Partly because I just laid that time down, but let's fast forward here and see what these guys start coming in at. Eek. 3 seconds. They're going to do faster than that. There you go. There's Max. See? Put a pair of softs on him, and all of a sudden, there he is. 1.8 seconds back. Come on, Jensen. There you go, buddy. Where is Charles Leclerc? There he is. So pretty much everybody's on soft now, it looks like. Yeah. Whole field is wearing soft shoes. So we're at 20 minutes. We're going to dial it all the way down to like 5. I don't think anyone's coming anywhere close to me. They're all in the garage right now anyways. Probably going to head out. There you go. They're on his out lap. Came across already. Didn't improve. This is going to be savage. One nailed lap versus their 12, 6, 7, 7, 10. Oh, come on, Jensen. Oh, man. It's always short-lived. He does this in practice. Like have moments of greatness and then
It's time to remind ourselves of our top three.
all right.
Cowboy,
6th.
Verstappen, and Charles Leclerc. And that's it. Practice is officially over. Until next time, goodbye.
Okay. So that is practice 1, 2, and 3 completed. Now you get to see the programs. They gave me all that wonderful resource points. We're at 2,173 resource points. So yeah, we're gonna get some discounts on some stuff. We're gonna be able to go work on our car a little bit. All right. That was fun. Almost fell asleep. Woke back up. Nailed it. Thought I was going to suck in practice 1. By practice 3, I was 1 lap killing it. So it's really just about focus and practice. All right. Qualifying is up. I'm going to have to take a break. Okay, great. I don't need to hear your message. I need to use the restroom real quick, drink a bunch of water, and I want to come back and let's go do these real quick first. I want to see how we're doing. What does it recommend to me? Front wing adjuster bracket, marginal change, 900. Let me see here. What was suffering? Chassis needs a high morale, so let's go to chassis. Okay, this requires facility spec 3, which I don't have. Heave dampers. Marginal improvement. Ooh, cable assembly looks good. 2173, I'll spend 912. What was the other one I wanted before? I can't remember. Something to do with the my ERS system. All right, it's telling me to do this. I'm confused on what I should do. I mean, I might save a little. The cable assembly looks like it's gonna bump me up. Yeah, I want that. Now what do you tell me to do? Okay, I'll do what you tell me. All right. So I was doing good. I had caught up a little bit, and then I had some failures. I got to research again now. Hopefully, I'll catch back up to these guys. But even with the car the way it is and the difficulty the way it is, I'm still doing good. So we'll see what happens. Okay, and I'm gonna take a break here. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll be back in about 10 minutes, maybe less. Um, Give me a second here and just let me set up my. And we are back. And we have a special guest with us. We have Lady in the house. Sweet little lady. She's just a little Pomeranian. God, that's a sweet little baby. Little pom pom. That's my wife's doggy. I'm just giving her some good pets. Enjoying her little furry head. Giving her a little ear rub. Oh, she likes that. Okay. Yeah. Your fur ball. Give daddy a kiss. Okay. Bye bye. Go to mom. All right. Let's hear a round of applause for Lady. Lady. Sweet little pupsters. Okay, and we are back at the Formula One live sim racing with Elijah De La Garza. Here I am, your host, Elijah. And what am I hosting here? Well, nothing more than me practicing my career. Just got done with practice 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to move on to qualifying now. So here we go. Guys, do me a favor. All right. Well, let's get back to this. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second. All right. And it is qualifying time. This is Q1. Looks sunny with the 12% chance of rain. So I'm going to jump out early, get some lap times in before that rain comes and plagues me. Let me see if I need to change anything up. No, I got 3 sets of softs, 1 for each session. I think that should be enough. Let's get out on the track and just go lay down some laps. Park firm. We're good with that.
Right, the car's ready. Let's get it out there.
Oh, okay. And here we go. Pit limiter is off. We're going to get our out lap completed. Oh! Oh!
Are you okay? That's a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
Oh! I thought she was thinking better than she was. There was no need for that whatsoever. That was just purely. That was just selfishness. That was Elijah just wanting to see. Sorry. Part of being a race car driver is testing the limits. That one would have ended in catastrophe. Qualifying session would have been completely over. So I'm going to try for the rest of the time to drive like a professional and not kill my car in qualifying. Sorry. That felt like a just killer lap. Let's see if I can do better. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel
Okay.
remaining.
That is our message to go back to the garage. Okay. We're sitting on pole, about 600ths of a second in front of Verstappen. Time remaining is 11 minutes. I got one good lap in. So has everyone else. Um, where is my boy Jensen at? Oh, Jensen. All the way at the bottom, huh, buddy? Oh, you haven't come out of the pits yet. Okay. Or you're in the middle of a lap. Sector 1, Sector 2. Didn't finish the lap. Huh. There he is. Okay. Let's fast forward down to about 6 minutes. I'm not going back on track right now. Because I don't want to use up my tires any more than necessary. And I want to get two excuse me. I'm going to get 2 solid laps in before I am running out of time here. There's a strategy to qualifying. And you can see the track is clear right now, but it's not going to be in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and head out here. 120. That's 240. Got 364 minutes for an out lap and 2 laps. So I'm going to head out here in about 15 seconds. Try and get ahead of the pack here. These guys are ready to rock. And I'm ready to rock. Let's do this.
Okay, that's all the checks complete. We're ready to go.
Got 2 opportunities. Be the best of my time. Make sure no one catches up and passes me before this session is over. Got something in my eye. Contact is bothering me really bad. Okay. Oh, come on now. Oh, oh, oh! Wow. All right. I choked. Better hope that time stands up or I lay something else down right now that matters. Last turn. Man. Ah. Qualifying is now over.
Not bad. You all right?
All right. Well, we got to live with that result if we're going to be fair. I treat qualification a little bit different than practice. I don't think it's going to make a difference. We'll try a flashback, but these tires are just gone.
Wow, that was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
Oh. Not only did I ruin my qualification, but I ruined everyone else's too. Really nice, Elijah. Oh, Carlos already came in front of me. Oh, man. Carlos is on pole. I just burned my lap. Oh, it's over. Not even a point. I'm a second down. Well, you can't win them all. At least I got through to Q2 for sure. I know that. Let me try and not mess up anybody else's qualification. So one of my competitors are back there. They get a fair shake. I want to lose fairly and win fairly. All right, and that's qualification. Number two, but probably worse than that once it finishes. Somebody's still on the track right now, keeping it going. They crossed just in time, so see what happens. A little bit nervous. Carlos already took P1. Um, okay, not too bad. Jensen came in ninth. Carlos edged me out by a hundredth of a second. 0.151. Little. Charles about a half second back. Max 8/10 of a second. George Russell. Lewis Hamilton. Lando Norris. There's Jensen. Okay, on to Q2. Not super happy with that result, but it is second place, so not the end of the world. Pardon me. I'm just going to go straight to the track right away before anyone gets out there. Give me a chance to really throw a hot lap down. Got some fresh soft tires on, so this should be a good sticky lap once I get them warmed up. Here we go. Get out of the way. Freaking moron. Oh. What am I supposed to do there? Just let him slow me down? Oh, that is so super frustrating. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
Look at that. A whole second I just picked up with no one in my way. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Now, let me get off the racing line, and I'm just going to return to the garage right now. Oh, that was so exciting. That was good. That made me happy. Oh, underbody damage. What did I do? Oh, I know which curb it was. Okay,
We've had to
we're going
spend
to let
time
that
repairing
happen.
the damage to the car.
Go check out the times. Oh, Jensen, my man. That's what I'm talking about. Get in there and fight for us. The first lap was so clean. They just screwed me up. I don't know who that was. I think it was Lando Norris. Just came he came up in second right afterwards. That was idiotic. Oh well. I'm gonna drop it down to 5 minutes again, and then let me go check my tires real quick. 14%. I only have one more pair for next session. I'm gonna go out on these. The only option I got. Okay,
Okay, when
here
you're
we
ready,
go.
let's go.
I'm just demonstrating to you. If you look in the bottom right corner display, you see the percentage of tire I have left. Oh, no, baby, no. Jiminy Christmas, really? Did I not heat them up enough? Don't you dare. Whew. Yes. I was worried about that whole time for nothing. Now, what happened to Jensen? Did he come in? Really hope so. Oh, third. Okay. Not too bad, Jensen. Oh, just used up all my rubber on those first few laps, and I didn't want to change tires to fresh ones, so this is the round that matters. I need to have a fresh set of softs for this one. To use them in the other round just to make sure I get first is not good. I have a pair of mediums here and a pair of soft. So I'm probably gonna go out on the mediums first. Wait, do I have two pairs of softs? I do. I'm gonna go out on the mediums anyways. I'm gonna go try and set a fast lap on me, and then I'll have a fresh set of softs for later. Trying to get these tires heated up right now. Kind of test my boundaries. It's an interesting way to warm up the tires. I had to utilize first gear to slow the car down right there because what I was doing in the other tires was not going to work. Oh, okay. We're going to flash back there and see what I would have gotten. Oh,
Are you okay? That was a nasty hit.
that
Take the engine
hurt.
off and wait for the marshals.
This is a disaster. Holy Nikes. What am I doing here?
Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
Okay. So we're off pace majorly in those mediums. When we go back to the softs, it's going to feel like something else. Oh, shoot. How much time left in the session? Oh, no. Absolutely not. No. I'm not going to get to qualify, you dummies. No. Oh, no. No, no, no. No. Why did I do this to myself? have to restart the session. There's no way I'm accepting that result. That's just a straight up error on my part. That is so dumb. Oh. Okay. Here we go. Not the end of the world. I was only 2 laps in, but okay. Let's go get some softs on and go lay down a fast lap so that if anything goes wrong, I don't have to deal with that BS again. That sucks. Made me want to cry. Here we go. Oh, I wish this contact would stop doing that. Wow, I took that turn at light speed. Whew. Contacts are glued to my eyeballs right now. That is a badass lap, I guarantee it. Ooh. All right. Well, back to the pits. Got to get to the garage now. There's zero reason for that to go on. I messed up. Okay. Ooh, not very far ahead there. Oh, a little bit better. I need some eye drops really bad. Okay. It's a 120 lap, if I'm going perfect, so that's 240 to get 2 laps in. 4 minutes with an out lap. So I'm gonna head out at like 4:15. 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Okay, let's speed it up for a second here. All right, let's get out to the track. See if we can lay down a faster lap than that. Oh, went wide. Oh, oh, oh! Get off the track.
The underbody's taken some damage. I suggest we box with...
Oh, man. Okay. Okay, well, should have put on a fresh set of softs, and I didn't, and I'm so dumb for doing it. Oh, please, Lord, let me take pole. Please don't let anyone come up on me. Yes! Oh, yes. Oh, golly. Half a second, too. Whew.
Make sure to join us again for Lights Out.
All right. Me and Jensen in first and second. What I've been wanting for 3 races is happening. We finally did it. Congratulations, Team Warrior. Oh, my gosh. That worried me. That was a lot more difficult. You saw me using flashbacks more and had to restart that Q3. Very disappointing, and I did not like this. I'm tired, and I made some mistakes there. That's okay. I had a couple glasses of wine earlier at dinner, and that's probably making me feel that little bit of drowsiness. So, just gonna deal with it. And we're gonna move on to racing. I'm gonna have to take another break, go relieve all this water that I drank while I was off camera, and um, yeah, go smoke and relax for a second, and then come back. And I'm gonna jump into this race. So I appreciate you for watching. If you are, it's definitely feeling much better. The setup and everything, the way it's going, I'm starting to like it. Got my little logo going, cam light, and the camera and sound are all on point. So definitely getting to be a more high quality stream. I know it's not a stream that everybody is particularly interested in, but it's interesting for me. I love racing. So let's see what Mark says. It's that time again, I guess. You nervous? Well, I'm sure you're keeping a calm head. Just try and visualize the first lap we discussed. Turn on overtake mode for the start. Not too aggressive into turn 1 as there isn't enough margin for error. Watch for opportunities into turn 2 and then back off on the ERS and settle into a comfortable rhythm. Hopefully we avoid damage and we'll be all set for a good race. Have fun out there. Okay, thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. That was nice. No goofiness. So got some lightning going on outside. It's gonna rain again. I'm gonna go outside and check it out. Looks like our gearbox is starting to show a little bit of wear. 207 laps, 60% done. I'm gonna make it through the race, but there's a good chance I'll have a fault. I'm not gonna switch over to a new gearbox yet. I'm gonna let that thing run out because. All right. So I'm gonna be right back. Like I said, I appreciate you for watching. I won't be gone for longer than 5 minutes, and take it away. Appreciate you. See you soon. Okay, and we are back. Thank you for waiting if you're still there. If not, subscribe, check back often. I'll be doing this every night, hopefully. Life does get in the way sometimes, but hey, I'll do the best I can. I sure enjoy it, that's for sure. Do me a favor and go and subscribe to my channel here on Twitch and on YouTube, depending on where you're watching. Um, Also, you can check out my social media, which is linked on my Twitch, my Instagram, and Facebook. I'll be posting in all those places where I'm going to be doing my live streaming. I'm also working on a cooking show, which I've recorded 4 episodes of already. And those are about 30 to 45 minutes long. With editing, we'll see where it ends up. But just raw, unscripted, me with ingredients. I've got a recipe in mind. I do a little mise en place, and then I just go to town cooking. So definitely something that you'll want to check out too. And then we have my daughter doing Bella's Baking Disasters. My wife, who is an Instagram model and a real life model too. She works for an agency, does walking on fashion shows and all kinds of stuff. Um, she is on Instagram as well, of course, and Facebook, and fun to watch. She's doing all kinds of live workouts and just we're a family of social media influencers on the up, on the uprise. So, anyway, let's go ahead and dig into this. I'm gonna go to my race session. Headset on. Okay, and let's hope for a good start here. It's the main thing I'm looking for.
Hello and welcome from Melbourne, a track modified since we last raced here in Albert Park, and I think with the changes, it's going to be a classic. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 14 corners and 3.28 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles per hour. The close proximity of the barriers make accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Cowboy lines up on pole position, and it's Jenson Button alongside.
Hey,
As we continue through
Jensen.
the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, and Hamilton, Perez, Norris, Russell, and Daniel Ricciardo, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Pierre Gasly, and Bottas, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Guan Yu Zhou, and Mick Schumacher, Albon, Vettel, Stroll, and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. Natalie Pinkham joins me once again in the commentary box. It's fantastic to have you with us today. I'm curious though, how do you think the drivers stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It'll keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Okay.
Okay, now that we've got some good points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
You got it, buddy. Race strategy: mediums, then hards, or medium, medium, hard. I always like to go with the default strategy because I can seem to make the tires last most of the time I need, as long as at the front of the race I get a good start. So let me go down to my fuel load and check that out. 31 laps. That leaves me an extra 2. I think we're going to roll with that. Hope I don't run out of gas. That would suck. They're just going to give me a tad bit more front wing aero because I'm going to be running mediums and hards. I need that front end to stick a little bit more. We're just going to back those off 1 point. I think that's golden. Okay, time to start the race. Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. That's not true. Saudi Australian Grand Prix. There we go. Much better. Okay. All right. And I think we're ready to start here. So let's give it a go. Let's get our formation lap going. Let's hope Jensen can hold up.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears. So go into each one when you can. You're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please.
I can definitely feel those extra aerodynamics on the front wing. Hope it doesn't bite me in the rear end when it comes to my straight line speed. All right, I like it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and line up here. I'm gonna give myself a little bit more time to warm up the tires. And then I'm gonna stop a couple of times and just burn out. Just get them extra hot right before I come to my parking stall.
Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get a good launch as the race starts. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights.
All right. And Jensen got out in front of me. That's okay. I'm going to protect his rear. I'm just going to make sure I stay within a second of him because when DRS hits, I want to be able to get the opportunity to take advantage of it. All right, now it's time to lay down a lap.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. DRS is being enabled this lap. You can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Tires are nice and warm now. Feeling a little bit more stickiness to the road. Had to bail out on that curb right there. Just lost a third of a second. I'm finding my racing line now, as you can see. I'll start settling in, picking up some pace. We'll start pulling away from the competitors. And I'll overtake Jensen here, but I want to do it in a way where there's no collision. We don't slow each other down and let the competitors catch up. Max is staying pretty tight with us. It's a little bit worrying. I think we should pick the pace up a little bit here, but I'm driving behind Jensen, so I'm not making the same decisions I would if I was in the lead, but that's okay. Excuse me. right, we might have a run here on this lap. Whew. Had to back out of the throttle there, almost let loose. Oh, and there she goes. Oh my God. Oh, that hurt. Whew. Don't know what just happened right there. Just got on the throttle way too soon.
Caution, caution. Okay, clear.
I'm gonna use overtake to power through this hard left turn. Okay, nice clean overtake. Hope Max doesn't get him. Come on, Jensen. Get your lead ahead of him so he doesn't catch that DRS. I don't know if you guys just caught that if you're watching, but as I was coming through that turn, my rear end started to slip out from underneath me. I counter steered and then let off the accelerator, and it brought me back from crashing. It's a hard skill to learn how to do. I'm kind of proud of myself that I know how to do it now to that kind of effect, because that was a wipeout all last season. I'm just going to try and do some coasting and braking so that I can recharge my MGU-H and MGU-K. And I'm using my ERS deployment like my DRS in the same zones.
Gap to your teammate behind is 2.2 seconds.
I'm trying not to use it outside of those areas because I don't want to lose time not being able to deploy it wonder what my pit window is. And I do deploy it when my steering wheel is not open. So like around this turn where I've got to close the steering wheel up, I'll deploy my DRS. In such a way to negate a lot of the negative effects I'm having. Slowing the car down, even at full speed. I think I just did fastest lap. Yes. Pump the brakes, pump the brakes, pump the brakes. Woo! And I did a good job there of not locking up. That would have been ruinous for my tires. Forced me to pit early. Just lost a second to these guys, but would have been a lot more than a second if I had handled that situation differently and locked up my tires by freaking out. Got to be approaching the pit window pretty soon here.
Okay, be careful. We think you're going to start losing some
Oh,
time. Referee,
whoa,
time now.
whoa, whoa. Really? You don't say.
You're in first position, front of the pack. Okay, Jensen's behind you now. Our gap behind is 3.0 seconds. They're on old medium. Your pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. You've got 20 laps left until the end. We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hard next time.
And I'm just coasting through turns a lot more now than just let off the accelerator and just let it go fully through the apex before I start to accelerate and then feather it on. Overtake is gone. 1%. I'm showing there how understanding the right technique of driving on old tires. Almost halfway through that lap, I was actually up on my fastest lap. Oh, went wide, hardcore. The key there is just do not hit the gas while you're in the grass. That rhymed. Don't hit the gas when you go into the grass. You will complete the crashing cycle. You just don't hit the brakes, don't hit the gas, flow through the grass. You'll get back on the track and continue your racing. Lose some time, but not your whole race. And racing is very much about acclimating to the car, the tires, the condition of your body and mind all the time while you're racing and trying to just push all those functions to the maximum and get the fastest lap you can without breaking anything. Okay, I think I'm going to lap pit on this next lap, I'm pretty sure.
Box for coming in this lap.
I'm just increasing the gap as much as I possibly can before I pit so I don't get undercut. Good pit time. Come on. Clutch in.
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Look after these tyres now and we'll finish the race on this compound.
Okay, I've got some warm tires now. I need to stretch this lead out.
Right, drop your speed. That delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending. Wait for the greens.
Oh, I destroyed my pace right there. I just so screwed up. I let them catch all the way back up to me, slowing down way too much on that stupid virtual safety car BS. He's within a second of me now, and I had a 4-second lead. How raunchy is that? Oh my gosh.
Okay, we're looking at some gearbox wear, so try to keep the number of shifts to a minimum, please.
Whew. Oh my gosh, I just got passed by Jensen. That's not going to last long, but oh, how quickly the mighty fall.
At the moment, the car behind is lapping faster than us by around a second a lap. Okay, we think the underbody incurred some slight damage, but nothing serious.
Obviously,
Just be careful.
be quiet. Oh baby, get that lead back.
Okay, the underbody's taken some damage. You might start to notice it soon.
Ooh. Yeah, I noticed it. Slowing me down a lot. I'm just gonna focus on tire conservation right now. Trying to just coast into the turns. Not put myself in any position where I could wipe out. I'm maintaining my lead, which is good.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 4.3 seconds. A mechanical issue means you've lost one of the gears, I'm afraid. Say again.
Oh,
You have lost
shoot.
access to one of the gears.
Oh, shoot. Lost access to second gear. That's not good. Come on, baby. You're gonna come put candy in my mouth, woman?